Now that audiences have seen The Batman, we're left to pore over Matt Reeves' 3-hour epic that saw the Dark Knight take on the Riddler. While the film was a tightly wound thriller that resolved its main plot lines, the story still left us with a few burning questions. We're going to raise the biggest lingering questions coming out of the film and do our best world's greatest detective impression to puzzle out the answers. Our first burning question has to do with the climactic final battle in the Gotham Square Garden. Batman is saved from falling to his demise by Catwoman, only for one last Riddler goon to surprise attack her with a knife. Unable to even stand after taking a shotgun blast at point-blank range, Batman resorts to injecting himself with a vial of green liquid in order to muster the strength to save Catwoman's life. But what is that green fluid? The film never establishes that Batman carries these kinds of performance-enhancing drugs, so we're left to theorize what it may be. The most obvious answer is that it's a dose of adrenaline, not unlike the kind that was injected into Uma Thurman's Pulp Fiction character to restart her heart. Even though adrenaline doesn't quite work the same way in real life as it did for Batman in the film, with the drug instantly infusing him with manic strength, it is a reasonable enough answer to this question as far as movie logic goes. Then again, this is the DC universe we're dealing with, so perhaps it's a shot of Bane's signature venom, a fictional super steroid the villain pumps into his body to give himself bulging muscles and serious super strength. Batman did go into a violent rage after taking the drug, and he did have a scary amount of strength, as evidenced by the goon's face being beaten to a pulp, literally. So perhaps this little drug will become a big plot point in a later film when Bane gets his hands on some. Everybody knows that Alfred Pennyworth is Batman's closest confidant who knows his secret identity, but what about Bruce's housekeeper, Dory? Though she reminds us of Aunt Harriet from the 1966 Adam West Batman show, she is a brand new character created just for the Batman, and one we were surprised to meet given how secretive Batman usually is about his late night activities. Batman keeping his identity a secret is one of the key elements of this film, with even his trusted partner Jim Gordon and his ally/love interest Catwoman not being let in on the secret. So if Dory does know, then that's important information. Now, given that Dory probably sees Bruce come and go at odd hours of the night, and there's no way she wouldn't notice his various injuries sustained from fighting crime, it would stand to reason she knows he's the Batman. However, one scene in particular may prove that she doesn't know. After Alfred is hospitalized by the Riddler's mail bomb, she mentions to Bruce that she has been trying to reach him for an hour and she didn't know where he was. As the audience knows, he was off doing Batman things. But if Dory didn't know how to reach him during his Dark Knight hours, then she probably does not know his secret identity. And honestly, that's probably to her benefit, because we know all too well what inevitably happens to Batman's friends and family. The climax of the Carmine Falcone plotline comes when Batman finally gets the crime boss out of his club, giving Riddler the chance to take him out with a sniper rifle. But riddle me this, why didn't the Riddler just kill Falcone back when he attended the mayor's funeral? One could argue that the Riddler was playing a game of chess, methodically revealing key information in a deliberate order, and it was simply too early for him to take the king off the board. But given how the movie repeatedly reminded us that Falcone was in deep hiding under heavy protection, it seems like a missed opportunity for the Riddler to not strike when Falcone decided to make a rare public appearance. The Riddler was even at a high vantage point up on the church balcony, or so it was implied, perfect for taking out the primary target of his whole plan. Over the course of the film, Batman learns new information about who killed his parents. However, there are various conflicting accounts, so what's the real answer? In the film, Falcone suggests that rival crime boss Salvatore Maroni ordered a hit on the Waynes, whereas Alfred says it was Falcone who is responsible, yet neither are fully certain in their claims, leaving Bruce and us unsure of the truth with no way to find out. In other Batman lore, there are differing answers to the question of who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne. As far as comics canon is concerned, it was a random mugger named Joe Chill, and this is the widely accepted answer to the question. However, there are alternatives. In the game Batman the Telltale series, Joe Chill is actually a hitman hired to kill them. In the Gotham TV show, Matches Malone is the hitman hired to kill the Waynes. In Tim Burton's 1989 Batman film, Jack Napier created Batman by murdering the Waynes during a random mugging. Batman in turn created the Joker when he failed to save Jack from falling into the vat of acid, and then the Joker was killed in a fight with Batman, bringing everything full circle. And in 2019's Joker film, the Waynes are gunned down by a masked clown during the citywide riot incited by the Joker. It seems there are as many answers to this question as there are versions of Batman, which is to say, a lot, but unfortunately, Matt Reeves' answer to the question is there is none. Batman doesn't know who killed his parents, and as things stand, it will forever be an agonizing mystery to which there is no definitive answer. One of the Batman's biggest surprises that we all figured was coming was the man in the cell next to the Riddlers is none other than the Joker. This short scene raises a long list of big questions. Does this mean that the Joker is already established in this world? Has he already committed crazy crimes that got him thrown into Arkham Asylum? Was it Batman who put him there? Did the start of the next Batman-Joker rivalry already happen off-screen? As it turns out, director Matt Reeves has given this new version of the Joker a lot of thought. He explained to IGN that originally there was another scene with the Joker earlier in the film where Batman goes to visit him because he wants advice from a killer on how to help catch a killer, a la Silence of the Lambs. That scene was cut, so it's up in the air as to whether it's still canon, but if it sticks, then this means that Batman already has a relationship with the Joker. However, Reeves explained that this person is not yet the Joker as we know him, you know, the makeup-wearing clown prince of crime, but a proto-version that will one day become the maniacal supervillain we all know and love. Reeves said he's not even sure the sequel will feature the Joker, even though I hope so we'll have to wait and see when this twisted new version of the Dark Knight's arch-nemesis will come out to play. Those are all of the burning questions we had after watching The Batman. Do you have some answers to our questions? And what questions did you have after watching the film? Let us know in the comments. For more on The Batman, check out our full interview with Reeves talking about the Joker right here on IGN.